Hey YouTube, my name is GenesisNexus. You can call me Genesis for short, and welcome back to my channel. I kind of just wanted to record this reaction video and like thoughts video a couple of days after the 2023 summer showcase that Maplestory Korea had, talking about 6th job and things. Just to briefly touch on 6th job, I'm really happy it's here. Kind of bummed that 260 is a level, but I understand it. And I think at least leveling wise, it'll be with all the changes they're going to do and maybe changes they'll make in the test server. It'll make it easier to get to that level so we can all experience it. So I'm looking forward to that. But otherwise, I think at least right now, the only suggestion I really have on that front is, hey, yeah, if you haven't leveled your Mercedes, your Aaron, your Evan link skills, and your Zero, if you have one, I would say level them now, get them up to snuff, get them up to max if you can. This way, by the time this update comes to us over in GMS, then you'll be pre-prepped to like kind of like take the most advantage of it. But other than that, let's kind of get into this showcase, and I kind of just want to like give my thoughts on each of the changes, or at least the 6th job ultimates as we see them right now. Let me actually move it up a bit. Oh, nope. Looks like it's actually gonna happen itself, so I'm good. This was really like when I saw this, I was so hyped during streaming. I literally got back on, well, I was already playing, then I swapped to do this. All right. This one's just so interesting for like a Ragnarok weapon. And just to kind of like pause, I'm going to be pausing sporadically to talk about them. Like each of these, at least from what I'm seeing for each of their ultimates, it's like something that embodies the character per se. And for at least for this, I believe this is hero, not paladin. Sorry, I don't have a hero or paladin, so I wouldn't know. But just like the idea of Ragnarok is a pretty cool thing. And especially seeing the effects and the damage. And it looks like it's a bind at the same time, which I would very much like that every class would have a bind. Like, so classes didn't have to rely on Urda Nova. But yeah, let's just continue with it. Oh yeah, I believe this is Pally, and as you can see, like, it's just funny to have like a holy knight as paladins, like something that symbolizes it, which is pretty cool. I like that. And again, it looks like a bind. For this one, for Dark Knight, I'm just gonna say off rip, the first time I saw it, I immediately said Final Fantasy, a Final Fantasy Dragoon. In particular, like there's Final Fantasy IV Kain or Final Fantasy XIV's Estinian. Like this is, it like screams Dragoon. I can't speak too much about Fire and Poison mage, but I definitely do say that it really looks kind of cool, like having an Ifrit and then a snake to symbolize poison. But like, I'm also gonna check, does this one also have a bind? Oh yeah, it looks like it binds. So far all of them seem to be binding, which is a great thing. This one I feel like was a little bit less, but I do love that it at least for Ice Lightning, it like literally froze the target. For Bishop, I know Bishop's was pretty cool too when I saw it. Kind of basically summoning heaven and a holy angel down to the and Valkyries, if you see them on either ends, like you can see them over on the left side and on the right. They look like Valkyries just kind of protecting the Bishop instead of like Bahamut as usual. Marksman, this one Oh, this isn't marksman. This is bowmaster. But that's reminds me of Fate. I think it's Stay Night or Grand Order, the archer character. Like it screams that to me. Oh yeah, this is marksman. I don't really have much to say about marksman's one though, because it doesn't seem like it just seems like, hey, yeah, it's a sniper. Now for Pathfinder, this one was kind of interesting because it's just like looks like a whole bunch of things happening. All right, Night Lord. Yeah, and it just seems like Night Lords was like, oh yeah, kind of like Japan's I forget what they call them. I think it's omayashi, like the things you put on Ginsha or something, like the undead. So it's kind of like that, and it was binding and you were doing damage to it. And now we have Shadower, my original character from all the way back pre-Big Bang. Reminds me of Assassinate. Oh yeah, this Asura thing is pretty nice. If you're dual blading, then that's definitely a cool thing. Ah, and then here's my current main, Buccaneer, which is literally like you stepped in the wrong neighborhood. I do wish that effect for Buck was a little bit better. But this summoning an armada like screams Corsair. It reminds me for Corsair, I think I was talking about it in when I was streaming. I would love if Nautilus Strike got turned into a summon, and this is just screaming, hey, yeah, we did it. Just not for your character in per se. We made it an ultimate for Corsair. And then Cannoneer, oh, that one was just, hey, yeah, Bullet Bill from like Super Mario. And Mihail. Basically a shield man. Oh, and I think this is one of the coolest ones. Dawn Warrior. Going from like, because Dawn Warrior, just seeing it start in one hand and then it turns into like a two-hand attack to just kind of like slice, similar to Odin from Final Fantasies. What's his? I forget Odin's like final move. It's like Zentuken. I forget. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's just like, yeah, it's like an Omni slash ability, but it's pretty cool. Fire Wizard's Phoenix is just a Blaze Wizard's Phoenix is just, it's awesome just to see that it persists on the map too. And I love that this is literally utilizing Wind Archer's like their main gimmick, which is putting down the crystal, and it's just like, oh yeah, let's make that crystal even bigger and make it spawn all the extra arrows. Ah, my current sub main, Nightwalker turning into Batman. With batarangs. Oh, Thunderbreaker with basically One Punch Man with a whirlpool. I probably haven't gotten far with Aaron. That's why I don't recognize this fifth job stuff. But it literally was just like, hey, yeah, do the hammer up. I'm gonna do the pole arm up. Oh, I'm gonna pause to talk about Evan. This one seems like the most disappointing one. Is just, hey, yeah, giant mana circle in the sky. Looks cool, but I kind of would love if the dragon actually turned like bigly, and or you start controlling the dragon or you merge with the dragon. That would have been cool too. But again, as I've been seeing, all of these seem to be binds. Oh, and Luminous is probably the coolest one. Summoning like a white mage with light and dark attacks. Basically using the white mage against himself. On Mercedes, basically. Mercedes' summon, I don't know if any of you watched Princess Mononoke, literally reminded me of that when it summoned it. like, oh yeah, protector of the forest and the elves, and you're like, yeah, that's Mercedes, that fits. Oh, Phantom is pretty cool too. That reminds me of Phantom Thieves from Persona 5. And Shade just a Fox God status. Oh, Blasters is pretty nice too. It's just like straight impact. Oh, this one for Battle Mage actually made me want to play the Battle Mage class even faster, because it's literally like you turn into the Dark Mage yourself. It's real cool. And then just having the Spirit of the Beast for Wild Hunter. Oh, Xeon's was pretty nice too, turning into a full-eyes mech. I feel like they could have utilized mech even better, but it was just like, hey, yeah, shoot up a nuke and just have it continuously come down was a funny thing. And then somehow they went from humanoid to tank version. As for the two Demon Avenger and Demon Slayer, it just turned into like, hey, yeah, we're just gonna keep doing more of what we're doing. Though this one looked pretty cool to have that sword. Kind of reminds me of Damien. It would have been cool if we had a mode for, I think that was Demon Avenger. If we had a mode like that where we turn into Damien when he's unbound by the sword in his second phase, for those who do hard or normal Damien. Like, it would have been cool if you turned into that, where unlimited flight and stuff, and maybe even summon some orbs. It would have been cool too. Kaiser's, I couldn't see much about Kaiser's because I looked at it and I was like, yeah, it just looks like he's just doing more attacks as normal in his combo rotation. Kane is just, hey, yeah, edgy boy with a Kamehameha wave, edgy boy. Cadena is just like, everyone gets chained up. And Angelic Buster going the full K-pop idol style. Ooh, the Zero twins were pretty cool too. It's literally like twin combo. For anyone who ever played Chrono Cross, we have like combo effects in that game, and that one was pretty cool. It reminded me of that. Kinesis. This reminded me of what's the character's name? Gilgamesh in Fate, in the Fate franchise. Like when the portals are at his back, it literally reminded me of just Gilgamesh. As for Adele, it reminded me of Byakuya Kuchiki from Bleach, and I'm so happy Bleach has a current season out. Ilium's was interesting. It was just like laser beams everywhere. I can't speak much on Kali because I'm not currently on the Korea test server or a Korea server at all, so KMS, so I don't have much to say on hers. Looks nice though. Oh yeah, Arc is more given to the darkness. Oh, Lara, it's kind of cute. Oh, Ho Young's was another thing. I think Ho Young summons basically his aura, where he comes from. It was pretty nice. But yes, those are all of the 6 job, basically ultimate skills as we see them. I definitely hope we get more information on that. I believe, based on the rough translations that people have, I'll post those rough translations in the description, so feel free to check them out yourself. I think it's coming the second half of the testing server, so if anything, I'll post on my Twitter or when I make another video, I will let you guys know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you agree with what I was saying about the ultimates for these classes, and if they make you think of a certain character that fits them even better than mine's or even similar to mine's, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. That would be great to get that kind of conversation going. Maybe they'll even take MapleStory will take some of those into consideration and maybe make some alterations for some of those classes. Also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It would be very much appreciated and it would help me out immensely. And yeah, if anything, catch me live when I stream every Wednesday to Friday over at twitch.tv/GenesisNexus, and I hope to see you there. Have a good one.